What's up, LFG fam? Welcome back to another movie review here on the channel. And as you guys can see, we just got back from watching Thunderbolts with an asterisk. And if you guys are new to LFG, we like to give you guys our ratings off rip. That way you guys know what we thought about it, and then we'll go in depth after that. So, without further ado, I'm going to let you go first, Jet. I'm going to let you go first. I don't want to influence you in any type of way. What'd you think about it? What's your rating?
At the risk of sounding like an MCU homer, an MCU truther, a preacher at the Church of Marvel, I'm struggling to find something I didn't like about this movie. Okay. I think it was funny. I think it was emotional. I loved the message. I thought everything came together. The worries that I had, minimal. I wasn't really, worried about Thunderbolts as a whole. But the worries that I had going into this movie, I didn't have them towards the end of it. And I am truly struggling to find something wrong with it right now, currently. As crazy as it sounds, bro, I think I'm at a 10.
Wow.
I loved Thunderbolts through and through, beginning to end. I had a blast.
Okay. All right. And this is why I wanted to go second. Look, on our scale, 5 is average. Okay, so that's where I'm going to start. We got the 5. I think at best, this was a 5. I don't think it did anything crazy. But then I'm going to start adding points here. The performance from Florence Pugh was great. She did phenomenal, emotional. She was there for all of it. She was the star of the movie. She really was. This was her movie, and yeah, she gets a point from me for that action. I mean, for her acting. Then the humor from David Harbour, right there with Florence Pugh to carry the film. I was laughing at most of them, if not all of his jokes, and I was all for it. So he really did bring that comedic relief to the movie. So I'm gonna give him another point right there. That's 7. And then this is where I'm struggling to give it any more. I feel like it was all right. I think it was a solid movie. I don't think I got anything too crazy from it. I think overall the story was just pretty linear. And maybe Jet can talk me up, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I think I'm at a 7. Maybe I could be talked up a little bit more, but I feel like I was expecting just a little bit more. And I had a you guys haven't seen the pod yet, but I had predicted I was going to give it a 9 at least, and I was going into that movie with like high hopes for it. The Rotten Tomato scores were like 95s and things like that, I think, coming off before this movie dropped tonight. So, but yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm at a 7. So yeah, Jet's at a 10. I'm at a 7. Let's see what you guys think about the movie Thunderbolts. If you guys haven't seen it, go out and see it. I still would recommend checking it out in theaters. It was a good watch for sure. So go check it out. And if you guys haven't seen it, come back to this review. That way you guys can get our full thoughts and opinions on the rest of the movie. So there you go. Without further ado, let's go into spoiler talk here. Off rip, the asterisks. From the very beginning, Kevin Feige's been saying there's a reason for the asterisk. And let's just go ahead and get into that right now. This movie is called Thunderbolts with the asterisk because they're the new Avengers. That's the name of the movie at the end of the whole thing. It's New Avengers. What did you think about that? Did you like that? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I did. Because like you said, Kevin Feige had been, and he wasn't hyping it up, but somebody asked him a question. He was like, "Yeah, it means something. Like it's there for a reason." And I really couldn't. I couldn't figure out why. Like, what the fuck is the point of the asterisk? And I thought what they did with it, I thought was pretty genius. And I thought the way that it was woven into the story, I thought made sense. I'm sure we will get into it a little bit later. But I thought the aftermath of what followed with that, and it wasn't their decision. It's just kind of something that happened to them. But as you know, you can see in the post-credit scene, they embraced it. Yeah, I liked it. I really did. I liked what they did with it.
Yeah, I thought that's pretty cool. You want to jump into anything specific?
Man, and a lot of the 10, because I don't know if a 10 sounds crazy. It probably does, but I'm just trying to find. I don't have anything negative to say about it. So if I don't have anything negative to say about it, like what am I supposed to like? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like
yeah,
what am I supposed to give it? I enjoyed it. One of my favorite aspects about the movie was the message and how they displayed depression, because that's what the movie,
yeah.
that's what the underlying message of it was. And getting that, and just how, because what the director of this is, it's a fly here. Jake Sherrier, um,
Dryer.
Schreier, maybe Jake
Yeah,
Schreier.
sure.
Um, yeah, I just loved how he was able to display depression, and I thought it made sense. Andrea had leaned over to me as soon as, and obviously we're in the spoiler section, but she had leaned over to me as soon as Sentry was fucking up the Thunderbolts and was like, "Oh no, they're gonna need the power of friendship because there's no fucking way." And I had told her going into it that Sentry is basically Marvel's Superman, like he's that level of a strength character. And yeah, it was the power of friendship for
Yeah,
sure. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. I just like the way that they did it, just because of the fact that it was like it was tackling depression. Um, I just thought it all made sense on that aspect. I don't know if you want to talk on that at all, but I love that part of the movie. Because also, real quick, I was trying to think. I don't know if another Marvel movie has tackled like an actual problem that real people like us can relate to. And it's really different when a big like Marvel movie, like a big movie, talks about something like that. Like obviously it's not the first movie to talk about something real world, but when a movie this scale, this size production does it, it means a lot more, because a lot more people are going to see it. The message will get through to a lot more people. And I just love that aspect of the movie.
No, I didn't have any issues with the movie at all. Like, there was really no negatives as far as like they did something really bad. There was a couple things that maybe I could point out to a little bit later, but
Mm-hmm.
nothing to really like hurt it like that. And the reason I'm giving it a 7 is just kind of like it was just like all right. It was just a solid action movie. You're not wrong about the depression aspect of it, but like Andrea mentioned, you just mentioned the power of friendship. I thought I was like all right. I mean, it don't get me wrong, it works for the message. It actually worked. You need people around you to bring you out of that depression, to help you through what you're going through. I absolutely get it. But in the point of the movie or the aspect of the movie, I was just like, all right. I mean, I guess. Um, so that's kind of where I'm at on that point. Speaking on Sentry, I had a little problem with Sentry. Like the motherfucker was just learning to use his power, and he couldn't even pull a glass of water. And the next scene, he's fucking up the whole
I
Thunderbolts.
did think about that too. That answered my mind.
Yeah, I was like, I come on, that's a little bit unbelievable. Like I get it, he's strong as shit, but you just showed us that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing really, and now he does. All of a sudden, he could just do everything. So I
Because
thought that was a little crazy.
I figured at that point, like maybe that was him mixing with the Void a little bit, and the Void was, helping him be kind of a badass in that scene when he's fighting the Thunderbolts. But obviously, we see later that when the Void took over, it was the Void,
Yes,
and that's what they were showing us in the trailers. It wasn't just like them hiding him; it was really it was the Void. Like that was real. But I do understand that, and that makes sense, because I did think about that. Like, damn, he was just using the Force to was struggling to use the Force to fuck up that glass of water, and then the next scene he's a fucking badass. And
yeah. No,
like I said,
the
I
things he were
get
doing
that.
was cool. It was just like how
Yeah,
he got there so fast, so quick was kind of like all right. And then I wish we would have got more Sentry. Like the whole build up was like, damn, Sentry, hell yeah, this is gonna be cool. And we get Sentry for one scene, and that's it. And then obviously the Void for the last what is it, 15-20 minutes of the movie, and then they go into his whole darkness dimension and things like that and deal with him there. But yeah, I was like, damn, we only got really one scene with Sentry, so that was a bit of a disappointment. So that's kind of where like, all right, I guess. But other than that, I don't think I've had any other real major issues with it besides it just being like even kill type of movie, just like we're going from point A to point B, a couple action scenes. Taskmaster shit got off rip. So I mean, I think you called that right away too. Like she didn't have a chair, so pretty sure she's going out. And yeah, that did. I was a little disappointed because like as soon as I saw them showing up to the thing. I was like, oh, she pitched you guys against each other. Like, you guys should be able to figure that out, right? And they didn't figure it out until it was like actually too late, and they're like they killed Taskmaster. So that was a little disappointing. But that action scene was cool. I was on board with that. That was fantastic. And then yeah, just most of it, like you said, was just dealing with the depression, with Elena going through what she's going through and missing her sister, missing her father, and how he kind of abandoned her. Really, like he just stopped talking to her for like a whole year, and she needed somebody. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think it was just all right. I just think it was all right. So.
And I get it. That's why when we started the spoiler section, I said what I said. Obviously, you and me are, we're gonna ride with Marvel through and through until the fucking wheels fall off. So obviously it's not like a 10-10. Like I understand that. Just before talking to you, like I was really struggling to find something that I just want to take, a point from the movie. The biggest thing for me being that the Thunderbolts, like I was worried. Well, I already talked about it, but I was worried going into it. I wasn't going to give a fuck about the team. And I did. And I believed them to be a team. I thought, that they were like a little tight knit makeshift family by the end of it. It gave me like the Guardian vibes, the first time seeing them and they actually come together. And by the end of it, you feel like that camaraderie, that family. I bought it here. I really did.
I get that point, except Ghost. I don't think we got enough Ghost. I mean, we really didn't.
I get that. She did kind of feel like the outside.
The back burner character, yeah. Even Bucky. Speaking with Bucky, like he was not really in it. He had one cool action scene with that. That scene, I think, was awesome. That was like a T2 callback. He's on the motorcycle with a leather jacket, glasses, takes a shotgun, and does the whole fucking T2 thing. So that was a cool scene. Yeah, absolutely. That was I think the best scene. If I'm remembering, I think that was my favorite scene of the whole movie. And yeah, he showed out. But other than that, he was kind of like really not in it too much. So that was a little bit disappointing for me as well. But I get what you're saying though, as far as like the team being close and all that. That made sense.
Trying to think what else. I don't know if there's anything else you want to get into or remember, like a scene you liked.
How'd you feel about the whole last sequence? And I guess the movie kind of like, they did mention it, but everybody kind of showed up at the end, like kind of quick, where Yelena was going through all her moments, I guess, of her life, her depression state, and then everybody kind of just showed up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well, I had a fun time getting here too." But it just seemed like they all got there at the exact same time. And I mean, that's actually how it happened. They all got there at the exact same time and helped them. So, but I mean, the whole literally ending was like, it was all right. It was, like I said, I mean, it's not a bad movie by no means. It's not a bad movie. I was just expecting a little bit more, and I think it's just solid.
I get it. I get it for sure. Like I said, I that depression aspect to me, like once they got to the end of the movie and they're all breaking through and he's fucking Bob is hitting the shit out of the shadow and they gotta break out and Red Guardian fucking pushes the thing so Elena can get through, which I like that action sequence too when she's going through the office and jumping through shit. And then she gets there and it's not enough, so everybody has to go. I'm like, I don't know. Damn, man, I just liked it. I don't know. Like, I said what I said in the beginning. Like, I get it. It's not a 10, obviously, but I was never bored. I had a good time. I believed in the Thunderbolts by the end. I thought them getting out of the fucking that first what is it like? Yeah, I thought that was funny as shit. Them crawling up the fucking the whole. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, no major issues. Like I'm still there. There's no major issues whatsoever, besides the couple that I mentioned. But nothing to be like, no, this movie was awful, because it's not. It's not an awful movie. I do recommend going to check it. I watched it in IMAX. Anything that's filmed for IMAX, I try to most of the time go check it out in IMAX. Even though I got Limax, as they like to call it, I'm still gonna check it out that way. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen it in theaters, go watch it in theaters. We do recommend it. We're gonna get to that end credit scene, so just in case you're still watching this for whatever reason, you don't want to be spoiled on the end credit scene, click away now. We get the mid credit scene, which was David Harbour just being a comedic relief, promoting his
He's
Wheatie
so
boxes. Yeah,
he's so good. I was thinking to
yeah,
myself midway through the movie, like, damn, I don't know if I like this role more or fucking
Hopper.
Hopper, because he is amazing in this. Like
Yeah,
every
no, he
time he
is.
speaks, it's fucking hilarious for
Yeah, he
no
is.
reason.
Yeah, no, yeah, he killed it. He absolutely killed it. And it's good to see him in the MCU. But yeah, you get that little mid credit scene, just a little comedic scene. But then you get to this end credit scene, which I found out. I was on Twitter earlier, and they said it was the longest end credit scene in MCU history. I think it was like
I saw that too.
232, something like that. So yeah, they they're the new Avengers now, and apparently Captain America, which is I'm drawing up blank, Sam Wilson is doing a copyright on him. He's making a team, and they're called the Avengers. They can't be called the Avengers, so they're going through this little legal battle, copyright battle, and that was just kind of like the surface of that scene, and they're all just trying to navigate around that. You got Sentry over there in the corner just chilling because he's not going to go full Sentry anymore because of the Void, and they're going to figure out a way how to do that. I'm hoping we see him in the future, and I think we will. I think he'll figure out how to kind of control that a little bit better, and that'll be pretty cool. I think he's going to obviously be a factor in Doomsday, hopefully, and that'll be pretty cool. But they say they're getting a problem from outer space. They put it on the screen, and you just see this ship falling into the atmosphere. Well, look like in the atmosphere, something like that. And zooms in and starts rotating, and you get that four. You get that little Fantastic Four symbol, and that was pretty cool. I think we all kind of called it. Like, they got to figure out a way to come to our dimension, right? They got to figure out a way to come to our universe. And sure enough, I think that's what it looks like. Fantastic Four is entered our MCU. What'd you think about it?
Man, because and I think I talked about it on the podcast. Phil was talking about it. He said how crazy the end credit scene was. And obviously Twitter, because it leaked early what it was. Thank God I was able to stay away from it. But yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. I knew as soon as they said space, I figured it was them. The only other thing that I was thinking of was that the X-Men ship that
Oh, okay.
that she was out. Maybe they found a way to get into the universe or something. That entered my mind, but I was like, oh no, that's probably the Fantastic Four. But it's crazy to think that, like, man, they're showing us them coming to our universe all fucking ready, and we haven't even seen their movie. We already know
Yeah.
that shit's gonna hit the fan in that universe, with Galactus being there, but man, that was crazy.
Yeah. No,
That was crazy.
that was a good end credit scene. The four was the July movie, right? That was the same font and everything. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did notice on Twitter somebody was like, "Damn it, man! I was watching the credits and they spoiled the end credit scene in the credits of the movie. I guess they put the music, the people that did the music for Fantastic Four, and they gave it credit as the credits were rolling. So the people were like, "What the fuck? Why is that there?" And then obviously the ship showed up. So that's unfortunate. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, don't watch the credits. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I did also see while we're on that end credit scene that this is, I think, a scene from he alluded to that this is a scene from Doomsday. So I don't think we'll see this scene up until Doomsday. So I don't know.
It
Maybe
did
it'll
say
come up.
14 months later. I was like, damn,
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about the time jump. So yeah,
that's a fucking jump.
that is a jump. That is a jump. Real quick too, how did you feel about the new Avengers just getting all these promos and Wheatie boxes and being on Sports Illustrated and all? I feel like Bucky would have been not down for that, and he was on everything. He was down for everything. I feel like he would have been like, nah, man, what the fuck? This isn't hero shit. This is some bullshit. So, what'd you think about that?
Yeah, I get that. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like it's such a different I was gonna say team, but it's also a different Bucky. It's not the same Bucky from
That's
back
fair.
then. It's a whole new team, and again, it's not something that they signed up for to be the fucking Avengers. It's something that got
Yeah,
thrust upon them by fucking Valentina.
yeah.
Um, and for all we know, maybe it's just her and her fucking marketing team and just doing all this shit without their consent. Just trying to make some money. But yeah, it's. I can't wait for Fantastic Four, man.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that one's going to be good. Should be good. So.
You like Captain America more than this one?
That's tough. So I think I gave Cap 7 too, huh? or an 8.
If not a 7, then an 8. I don't remember.
I don't remember. Off memory, I think I had more fun watching Cap, and that might be crazy. That might be crazy, but yeah, that one too. Red Hulk was in it for the last part too. Century was in it for one scene. So I mean, yeah, I think for me, either one, it's a toss up. But if I had to pick one, I think I'd go Cap. So roast me down in the comments because I know Cap's not doing well anymore. When it first came out, everybody loved it, but not no more. So I don't know. We'll see.
It's how the internet does with that every fucking Marvel movie. It's good when it comes out. People hate it fucking later on. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, Thunderbolts. I remember when this movie first got announced, and it wasn't even the same yellow font. It was fucking bricks and spelled out Thunderbolts. Yeah. And the team came up on screen, and I was like, what are we doing? I mean, this is good. I don't know where. Like I said, I'm on a high right now. I really don't have any negatives to drop it like that. So I really do think it to me, it is for sure one of the better ones since Endgame, in my opinion. It's up there. But yeah, Thunderbolts was a win. And they needed, I said on the pod, they need all the wins they can get going into Doomsday, because as much as the end credit scene, was a tie-in finally, leading into something new, there's still a lot of work that probably should happen before Doomsday, but it's probably not, because we just don't have the time. Yeah. Doomsday is officially a year away. So
only one more movie in front
of it,
and that's it. So,
and then a couple shows that's just not going to shows. Yep. So
this movie did do a good job of tie-ins. They mentioned Red Hulk and stuff like that, whereas at least they did that. Movies before this really was not even doing that. So props to them for that. We talked about it on the pod last week. I was kind of excited to see, is Fisk going to come out in any way? This is New York. And to Thunderbolts' credit, I don't think there was any time to kind of do all that. They kind of just showed up in New York and shit started going crazy from there. I don't think would have, besides maybe just a mention of Fisk or him on screen real quick or something, but nothing major. And I don't think there was the time for it anyways.
Spider-Man is officially on Fraud Watch.
Where is he? Yeah. I don't know. He's in college, isn't he? I think that's the next movie. He's in college. He's not in New York no more, right?
I don't know what that brother's doing, but last time I saw him, he was swinging in New York with his new suit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And there's been martial law in fucking New York, and there's been the fucking shadows taking over the city. Where is this brother? What's going on? Yep. Shit, he's on Fraud Watch. Spider-Man 4 better answer some questions. That's all I know.
Damn, yeah. I don't know. Crazy.
Oh, real quick, also to just add this in here, man. We got to the movie theater, and they had a popcorn bucket, which was Red Guardian, and then they had on top of it was an accessory, was his helmet.
I saw that online.
So I was getting ready to buy it. That bitch was $40.
Oh, damn.
She finished the total, which because at first we got a large popcorn, the bucket, a candy, and that's it. That shit came up to $68. So when she goes, because she's making it after she rings it up, she's making it. She goes to get the fucking bucket. She comes back and is like, "Are you guys okay with the display one? Because we don't have any left." Oh, I was like, "Nah, it's cool. Then you can put it back." That shit dropped to $25, nigga. I was stunned.
Damn, that's crazy.
That popcorn bucket was $40.
Damn, that is wild. That is crazy.
I thought to myself immediately, man, this is the shit that I'm talking about with the movie theaters, man. Y'all gotta drop them prices. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is wild. That is absolutely wild. And I saw that online too, and I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. And then who go figure that he's one of the better parts of the movie. So
they knew.
Yeah, they knew for sure.
They knew. Shout out Florence Pugh. Shout out David Harbour.
Yeah. They carried.
I loved it. We're back. We're so fucking back. That's all I know.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not wrong. I'm not mad at that statement. I should say that. I'm not. It's exciting. Next up, we got July with Fantastic Four, and then outside the MCU, we got Superman, Jurassic Park, which I'm personally excited to go watch Jurassic Park 2. So yeah, this is going to be a fun couple months in a little bit, so I cannot wait. If you guys have seen Thunderbolts, definitely leave your ratings down in the comments. Leave your thoughts down in the comments. Are you guys excited about the state of the MCU? One movie left, and a few shows in there before Doomsday. Let us know if you guys are excited for Doomsday. But yeah, leave all those thoughts down in the comments. While you're down there in those comments, go ahead and drop us a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. That would be much appreciated. But in the meantime, keep it locked here. We got you covered on anything and everything in pop culture. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Shout out to The Fly, the paid actor.